You said it before the game, this is a team with a lot of high draft picks
Yep.
and that quartet kind of got loose tonight. What was the challenge in containing those four specifically?
I mean, they do have a lot of talent. They got a lot of scorers. I think it's tough. We chased shooters hard and maybe didn't guard the ball well enough. I think first half in particular, we gave up a lot of straight line drives because we were so busy chasing shooters around off the ball. And it's tough because you have to give respect to those shooters, but I didn't think we did a good enough job just with our one-on-one defense, with showing early help and then being able to build back out. So I thought our defense in the second half was a little bit better, with the exception of our fouling in the third quarter.
That was one of the two things I was about to ask about the fouls and if they were doing something to put y'all in bad positions in that way. And also, you didn't turn over the ball a lot, but they scored off of them.
Yep.
Those two areas kind of, how do you kind of evaluate those two areas tonight?
Yep. I just told our team that's the difference in the game. We same number of turnovers. They scored 20 off ours. We scored 10 off theirs. Probably speaks to the nature of our turnovers. They led right to runouts, and maybe we didn't capitalize enough on the other end. But the fouling, I really thought it was that third quarter. I don't know what the number was, how many they got, but we didn't put them on the line in the fourth quarter until we took a foul in the last 15 seconds. So to me, that's a level of focus and discipline, and just taking a little bit more pride one-on-one defensively. It's good. You're playing against good players, and they try to put their shoulder down and go by, or put it in your chest. You got to be able to wall up and play without fouling them. Make them make a tough shot.
Emily got some crunch time minutes. Was she just having a good day, or how did you kind of get to that point where you wanted to leave her in late?
I thought she had an understanding of how they were guarding us and just made real simple, good plays. She got into space, got the ball, and made good decisions with it. And then I thought she got us extra possessions on the glass. She was on the offensive boards. That's what she probably does best. And she was pretty solid on defense. So I just thought she made energy plays for us. I thought she made good, smart decisions with the ball.
Just lastly, was tonight kind of what it was Ariel and Karlie kind of carried the offense for quite some time until others got ramped up. Did you like the operation? Did you like the looks that you were getting? And tonight was one of those nights where it wasn't going down for everybody else, or how could you get a few more involved, and particularly earlier?
Yeah, I thought we just missed shots in the first quarter. I mean, I think we started the game 0 for 8, which means we were 11 for 26 from 3 after that. Thought we got a little hot potato-y in the paint a couple times where we had some chances to finish, and we just kind of tossed it up instead of taking our time and picking a target and finishing. They were sending a lot of help, which means you get open threes, and we got our fair share. Even late in the game, I think it was a 5-point game. We got a couple good looks. And right now we got to knock them down. We've been shooting it well now for a few weeks. We get 11 threes tonight and probably could have had a couple more. But, kind of like I talked about before, those turnovers just killed us. Yep.
Jen?
Hey, Eric. It looked like Aaliyah wasn't on the bench late in the game. Did she go back? Is she all right?
I think her back just tightened up a little. She took kind of a funny, I don't know if it was the hit or the fall to the court. She tightened up a bit. She was in the locker room with the team, but we'll see when we get home and get off the flight.
And then, with Ariel, she's now shot over 50% from the field in each of her last 4. What'd you like about her looks tonight? And what do you think has kind of, helped her kind of find her footing offensively a little more lately?
We got a nice balance of aggressiveness and playmaking. She's shooting it better, and if you'd made me guess, I would have thought she hit more than 2 threes tonight, but she got some stuff going downhill. Her right hand's gotten a lot better. She's just playing confident and aggressive, and teammates are learning how to play with her too.
Does it feel like she's kind of, settling into balancing the passing and the scoring? She's got career highs in assists, rebounds, all that stuff.
Yeah, she's a really good player. We're asking a lot of her right now on both ends of the court. with the ones that we have out, she's having to carry a lot of load offensively, and she's turning around and playing tough matchups every night on the other end. She's been a two-way player from, before she set foot in this league. That's been what she's done. I think it's just the ability to make some plays off the bounce and get downhill that has, kind of been the evolution of her game.
Thank you.
Thanks, E.
Appreciate it. Yeah, going back to
Get started with in person. Kareem.
hey, Ariel, I want to start off asking about yourself. You're obviously, we've talked a lot about you being more aggressive, and obviously, you're trying to do that from the start. It's very clear, but it seems like you're creating more space for yourself when you're getting these looks. Is that something that I don't know if you're doing anything different, or you feel like you're doing that, or how is that kind of coming up where it seems like you're not forcing it. It seems like you're getting very good looks.
Well, I mean, that's the key, is not to force it, to make all of our lives easier. I have to be aggressive. Also, with Slim being out, we need somebody to attack. We need to attack the rim a little more, So just trying to put pressure on the rim to try to open up stuff for us. And if I see an opening, I'm gonna take the shot.
You, Karlie, knocking down shots all over the place today.
Yes, sir.
What worked well for you? Or same kind of thing.
I mean, like A is taking a huge load on offense, so she has to take, tough shots and get to those spaces, be that creator that we have, but also we have Steph knocking down threes too, and have that kind of big that's spacing the floor like that. That helps me get shots, And Julie finding people, obviously, per usual.
For either of you, what was the challenge today defensively, especially for those top four scorers who kind of carried most of the load for them tonight?
Yeah, I gotta do a better job on Kelsey. Obviously, I mean, she's good at what she does. I feel like I didn't make her life as hard as I could have tonight. I mean, I'm looking at her right now, 8 for 11, 4 for 5. That's too easy for somebody like her.
Somewhere on me.
Huh?
Somewhere on me, just so you know.
That's fine. But I remember 3 buckets of hers almost felt like it was back to back. Not chasing her correctly off that screen, letting her straight line drive on me to the left hand. I personally, I'm not down on myself, but I got to play better one-on-one defense. I think once you give players like that who are playmakers, who are scorers, easy looks like that, they kind of get going. Yeah.
One last one for me, I asked, and Eric talked about it also. It's weird where you guys didn't turn over the ball much, but they seem to score off those few turnovers, which kind of was the difference. How do you guys kind of look at that situation?
Well, some of the turnovers were basically outlets for a fast break layup. So can't have a live turnover at the top of the key. That's not the whole game, but those kinds of turnovers, there's different types that are okay, I think. And the live ones definitely towards their basket are not ideal.
That's all for me. Thank you.
Jen.
Hey, Ariel. Hey, Karlie.
Hey.
Karlie, starting with you, I know you had a bunch of family in the crowd tonight. Just, how was it shooting like that in front of all of them, and against your sister too?
Yeah, it was good. I'm excited to go see them right now. I got to spend the night at Lou's place with her, Devin, Aaliyah, and my dad and my older sister, so it was really, really nice. But regardless, for them to be in the crowd, awesome. It was a great crowd. Lou has been telling me all year, it's really cool, that they play in front of that many people all the time, and great energy, just like our game. When we played them at Capital One, it was awesome energy too. So it was just fun.
That's awesome. I love the slumber party. Ariel, for you, you talked about aggressiveness earlier. You've been shooting really well your last 4 games. Is it just being more aggressive that's helped with that, or is there another switch that you've maybe flipped to be able to be knocking down those shots?
I think just taking my time too, and taking what the defense gives me, and also kind of creating space for myself. And not trying to force anything. I feel like early on I was trying to make plays, and kind of starting to let the game come to me, getting more of a rhythm, kind of seeing how our team plays, playing to the strengths of my teammates, knowing where help might not come from if I have Karlie in front of me versus if I have Steph behind me. I just think there's I've learned my teammates more, and it's helped me figure out kind of my spots within the game.
Awesome. Thank you both.
Thank you.
Tyler.
Hey Carly, hey Ariel. My first question's for Ariel. I'm just curious with this game comparative to the last two, what is the pacing of the offense or maybe kind of the feel of the offense been for you guys and how things are working, maybe finding your spots and stuff like that?
To be honest, I mean, I've said it since the beginning of the season. I think we're getting good looks. I think we're getting good shots. What we shoot today, 41%. I mean, probably could have given a little better, 32 from the three. I mean, there were some chippies we feel like we all missed here and there. I mean, we lost by what was that 7? But I missed 2 free throws. I mean, there's like little, yeah, like there's moments where we can really kind of just give ourselves opportunities. I think the biggest thing tonight obviously was points off of turnovers. We had the same amount of turnovers. They scored 20 points off of turnovers. We only scored 10. So taking advantage of the advantage that we have when we do get stops, when we do get steals.
And I have one for Carly. Emily was in there with the starting unit there late in the game. I know it was a little bit situational, but could you speak a little bit to kind of her and what she's been able to do the past couple games and kind of her evolution from fighting for a roster spot at camp to now being here and contributing meaningful minutes?
I mean, amazing. You can see the energy, huge plays on defense, rebounding. It's been back to back to back games that she's made a huge impact. She brings a lot of versatility, and she's also somebody that's like quiet, but is super, super uplifting. Even those games at the beginning where she wasn't getting any minutes, like she really, really is there. Every time that I come out, she tells me like, "Hey, you got that," you know? So I'm just really happy for her and its consistency.
Perfect. Thank you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.